Hello viewers, welcome back. Today's video is inspired by one comment a subscriber made on one of my recent videos requesting that I make a video concerning prices of gadgets in Nigeria. So I thought, given the recent inflation in prices of items generally in Nigeria, it would be nice if I give an overview of recent price increase, especially in personal care products that are commonly used in most Nigerian households. So I'm going to be using our cosmetics stores here in Nigeria, the Grobin Cosmetics Ventures, as a reference. And I have my wonderful brother here with me who will be assisting me with an updated prices. Can we meet you?
My name is Ginika Talks, Managing Director of Grobin Ventures Nigeria Limited, dealers of cosmetics products, perfumes, toiletries, manufacturer representatives. Hello.
It's not easy getting him on board though to do this video with me. Even tell them you're my brother. Okay, well, I already said that.
She's my kid sister.
We're going to be starting with common products that people use every day. And yes, for emphasis, we are focusing mainly on products that have their manufacturers, or rather their distributors domiciled in Nigeria. So starting with PZ. Now, I know PZ, they are responsible for Cusson baby soap, the Imperial leather soap. Can you just tell us about these products, their recent prices, and what they used to be?
PZ have a range of products they distribute here in Nigeria. We'll talk about the Premier Cool soap, which is one of their fast-selling brands. Currently, the price now is 1,150. I think 2 years ago, yes, 2 years ago, Premier Cool used to be around 900 naira. So,
okay,
and for us to get to this level of 1,150 is an instrumental increase. It didn't just jump, you know, adding maybe to 2%, 3% increment. So, and when you look at the big size, it's now sells as 2,700.
Oh, sorry to cut you. So this Premier Cool, is it the whole pack that is 2,700 or just one piece? And how many in a pack?
It's a pack.
Okay, like a pack of 6
and the small one pack of 7.
Okay.
The small one is pack of 6, but the company gives a promo of 1, making it 7. And so when we look at their Morning Fresh, the big size, the Morning Fresh is currently sells at a rate of 1,000, and as at 2 years ago, the Morning Fresh sells as low as 700
to 1,000.
So anyway, we would not blame most of these manufacturers or distributors. It's just because of the high exchange rates. The economy is import based, so the dollar issue brings about the inflation we have in this country. So PZ also have the Keno bar soap
for washing clothes. It's common in most
big size, 350.
And how much was it before? That 350.
That 350. There was a time it sells as low as 190. So
wow.
They are
the producers of rub too.
Yes, they're the producers.
Fun fact, my brother smokes rub like Igbo.
So they're the producers of rub. So the rub now sells for 210 naira, and there was a time it was even selling as low as 140, 150. Moving
on to Procter Gamble, right? I know they're responsible for products like always sanitary towels, Oral-B.
When you look at the Oral-B, 140 gram, the big size, precisely. Currently, it sells for as high as 730 naira. The wholesale price. But it used to sell 450 naira, I think 2 years ago.
I even knew when we were buying it 280 naira. Now that was not, it's not up to 3, 4, 5 years.
They are always sanitary pads, the single one. Now it's 750, and I think there was a time it sells for 400.
So we should not do period again now. Thank God for menstrual cups. People like us, we are no longer talking about spending money on sanitary towel.
Their safeguard soap, the big size, now sells for as 5,400.
Wait, 5,400 is for what?
A pack of 6.
Oh, okay. But still, it's
now it's 2,000. But
before,
like 2 years ago, it was 2,700. Something is just like this. No matter the price some of these products gets to, their consumers will continue to patronize, because some people, if they use a soap that is not safe, it might give them rashes, and they will not want, because of the high cost, they shouldn't use it. When we talked of the Oral-B toothpaste, there's some people, if they use another toothpaste, it will be as if they did not brush, so they will keep buying it.
From what you are saying, now, it means this company, they've not compromised their quality. All they only did is to increase their price,
the only thing they didn't compromise quality, but they compromise quantity. Like maybe a product that used to be 160 gram, they will increase the price, but they will reduce it to 140 gram.
Wow! But do you think consumers notice the decrease in the quantity?
Yes.
Are people complaining?
Most civil servants even notice it because they're always economical. what
say
they
I was
buy.
throwing stray bullet at civil
It's the
servants.
truth.
Please, they
say-
have limited salary. Moving on to Unilever products.
We sell close up.
And that is like one of the most common toothpaste in Nigeria.
Yes, close up now is sells for 520. And it used to be
520
like 2 years ago, it
naira.
was around 400 naira. The sunlight detergents, they have the 180 gram.
Okay, that
They have
goes
the
for.
2 kg. Even said the 2 kg is no longer today, it's 1.8 kg.
You already said
So-
they reduced quantity.
So that one sells for 2,400 naira. It was selling for 19. So that's, and when we look at the 3.2 kg,
Okay.
it sells for 4,200 naira. The 180 gram, the rose sachet of 4 sells for 700 naira. And at the time, it was even selling for as low as 450.
So this increment became more frequent in the last 3 months. Did you observe same?
Increments comes on maybe, let's say, 2 basic factors. When the company starts a new financial year, they tend to readjust some of their prices. And the second factor that brings about increment is the current rate of foreign exchange. When most of these distributors or companies see that the foreign exchange is going up, they pause sales at a particular time and review their prices. And it's not their fault because, okay, some of these products are manufactured here in Nigeria, but their raw materials,
They are
they get
sourcing them
from outside Nigeria, and they use Forex to do that.
purchase. Okay.
Whenever Forex is stable, the stability in price happens for it as long as it's stable.
Wow.
Like the prices I just said now, today being the 29th of August 2023, don't be surprised. A viewer might come on the 31st and say, on your video you said this is a so price. So
yes.
that's why most customers on their status, they write that yesterday price, maybe today's price.
Now let's talk about BS stuff. Most of us might not be familiar with the name BS Dove, but we are definitely familiar with Nivea. So BS Dove is the company responsible for Nivea products.
The price of Nivea Roll-On is 1,150. When we checked, there was a time Nivea Roll-On was being sold for as low as 400 naira.
Wow.
Maybe 2-3 years ago. They don't do their own instrumentally like that, because some companies, they can increase their price on weekly basis or monthly basis. But if they don't want to increase, it might be just 2 times a year. Nivea lotion, different ranges, Perfect and Radiant, the cocoa butter, like the Perfect and Radiant currently sells for 2,800. Okay. A week before doing this video, it was being sold for 2,300. So,
So
imagine
additional
the
500 naira increment.
So likewise, the cocoa butter, a week before shooting this video, it used to sell for 2,100, but as at today, it sells for 2,500 naira. The
extra
cocoa butter.
400 naira.
So the body spray, that one had 60% increment.
Oh my God.
It used to sell for 1,600 as at last week, but as at today, it's 3,300. You know, one thing we should know: these companies cannot just skyrocket price because they know they have competitors. Nivea is aware that they are not the only manufacturers of roll-on in the country or in the world. So they are also being sensitive that their competitors could take an advantage
and
of their higher price to boost their own sales. So whenever this price increase comes, you should just understand the fact that it's inevitable. So White lotion currently sells for 8,500.
Wow.
But maybe a month ago it was sold for 8,000. 2 years ago it was sold for as low as 4,800. Looking Good cup currently sells for 11. And there was a time it was selling for as low as 900 naira.
Speaking about perfumes, can you just tell us about 3 perfumes that have witnessed a recent high surge in their prices?
Okay, when we look at Smart Collection perfumes, currently it sells for 2,900.
Okay.
And maybe like 2-3 weeks ago it was selling for 2,500. 2 years ago it was selling for as low as 1,500. Mosul perfume, like two weeks ago, Mosul perfume, 100 years, it was selling for 6,800, but currently 7,500. So we see like 10% increment. Explore perfume, 5,500 2 weeks ago. Now it's selling for 6,000. So all the fragrance world perfumes that used to sell for 6,500 2 weeks ago, currently it's 7,500.
Imagine somebody that bought this 2 weeks ago coming back to buy, and I know you sell mostly to people that resell. How do they often react at this price increment?
Yes, okay. If you talk of the customers that resell, they have this, we are in the Europa, the metasis, That's their consolation.
Okay.
That what they buy is what they sell.
They will sell.
So, but some consumers, what they do is that they try and check other stores to compare prices, because some people, when this price increase happens, they wouldn't do, because some of them have old stocks. But as I said, we are manufacturers representative. When any of this price increase happens,
you are one of the first set of people to
is always sent to us by the company to tell us. Some of the consumers that don't have money, what they do is they do scale of preference. Some people say, for now, that they will stop using perfume.
Yes, prioritize my need.
Yes. But some people that are living an average, comfortable life will still buy it.
Do you think the government can do anything to at least alleviate this inflation? Like maybe a policy that could stop companies from increasing their prices maybe until after 3 years? Or can the government probably borrow this maximum retail price that India do in their own country? Do you think it will work here in Nigeria?
Yes, the government have a lot to do.
Okay.
Like, this one, I read a news where a man, I wouldn't want to mention his name, said doing business in Nigeria, a public figure said doing business in Nigeria is suicidal. He feels maybe the government still have a lot to do, because some of us in business are not really making profit, because when you buy something, you buy a commodity 2,000 naira, I sell it 2,100. When else you want to go and buy, that's 3,000 naira. You see, your purchasing power is decreasing. So the government should please intervene in the foreign exchange to know if there's a way forex could come down, and also you should put a checkmate on most of these manufacturers, because one thing I noticed, anytime there's even a drop in foreign exchange, most of these companies don't even reduce their price.
Yes, some of them, the problem in Nigeria. When price goes up, it hardly comes down.
So that's the issue. Like when you tell a manufacturer, but this dollar have come down, he will ask you. So I will ask you that, have you seen where they are paying house rent at so price, and later it came down? And also the government should please, the tax, the VAT they collect from most of these companies. I have a company I buy from. Anytime I buy, they add 7.5% VAT. So it means if that 7.5% VAT is reduced to like 3%, their price will come down by, if you remove 3% from 7.5%, it will come down to 4% VAT. To also encourage we businessmen, most of us currently complain of low patronage. Why? Because most of these civil servants, their minimum wage is still static. I think if this government could just be merciful and do the needful,
like they increase their salary, right?
Yes, they should give them an increase in salary. And I don't even support all this, maybe palliative, maybe giving people cups of rice. They should do the needful. Create job opportunity out there, because most of our graduates are unemployed.
So coming down to you now, what measure have you taken or put in place to assist your customers with this price increment?
Which measure? I'm not the government. It's what I buy, I'm going to sell, and I already have my percentage of selling market. So that's
you say you are not compassionate like this, like you show empathy. When they complain, you say, sorry, that is how we find it. Don't be
angry. I can do. That is not my business. I'm not, as I told you, I'm manufacturer's representative. So it's what I buy. I won't use because of sympathy. I bought something 1,000. Let's say to you.
Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. There you have it, viewers. An idea of the current prices of common personal care products here in Nigeria. Please kindly note that these prices that have been mentioned here, they are not a standard. They are just for you to have an overview of what prices of these products are at the moment. You could get them for lesser price in your own location or at even a more expensive rate. Inflation is a global effect. So if you are thinking of leaving Nigeria or because of price increment, you may want to gather latest information, because the way we are complaining about Nigeria price increment, people over there are also complaining as well. But please, those of you in diaspora, you have already heard this from us here. Send money to your people home. We need plenty money in Nigeria, okay? So thank you so much for joining us in today's video. Till I come your way in my next video, I remain Ginika Talks. Bye-bye.